No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Let's go.
On second down, here's Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. And he fires one, but incomplete. And the Jaguars send out their punter. Saquon Barkley deep to return. It's taken to the 26. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 42. They go play action here on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Manning will try again on 2nd down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Jags grab it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The Jags heading out on offense. Well, last year we said, Charles, one of these years it has to come together for the Jaguars, doesn't it? Well, guess what? It certainly did. They won double-digit games for the first time in 10 seasons, and they picked up 2 more wins in the playoffs before falling in that tough one to New England.
And they decided that on offense, they were going to be a team that knocked you off the ball and ran it. That's why they drafted Leonard Fournette out of LSU, and he gave them some toughness and an identity. Quarterback Blake Bortles, often criticized, but elevated his play in the playoffs, both with his legs and his arm. But the defense, that's where the big transition happened. Yannick Ngakoue coming off the edge. Calais Campbell, maybe the best player in the defensive line in the league last season. But Jalen Ramsey out at corner, he gives them their swagger, he gives them their look, and he gives them great play on the edge.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Dante Moncrief, his first touchdown as a Jacksonville Jaguar. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants making their way out, and at this point you would have to think that all mentions of last year may be erased from team history, or at least that's what they want. Yeah, clearly, Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, the talent on this team, too good for another 3-13 finish, right?
And I think that was reflected in their draft in 2018. Because if it was an all-out rebuild, they would have drafted a quarterback at number 2. Instead, they drafted Saquon Barkley. So that signals to me they want to get back to running the football and trying to punish people on offense and take the pressure off of Eli Manning. And on the defensive side of the ball, they obviously have to get better. But believe it or not, you know who can really help them there? Their head coach, Pat Shurmur. Comes from a defensive family, understands how valuable it is, and loves the toughness and the identity that a good defense can provide.
Manning now on first down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. They'll run. This is Jonathan Stewart. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd down. Now Manning. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it. It's Stewart. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Throwing on first down is Manning. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Manning going to come up on 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On play action, it's Manning. His throw incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Manning again here on 2nd and 10. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
Well, you think 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Again, it's Fournette. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now Bortles. Hard throw, incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now the first NFL carry for Saquon Barkley. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
And you remember pre-draft, there's a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll run for it with Barkley. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Alec Ogletree in on the stop. They were in the 4-3. Mike linebacker made a great tackle.
And when that happens, generally it means that the guys up front, the 4-down defensive linemen, have absorbed all the blockers and allowed him to run free to the football. He ends up with a textbook tackle.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Fournette. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also, they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Manning now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Jackson with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Play action. Manning. Rolling to his left. And the pressure gets to him again. Calais Campbell in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. 3rd and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. From the gun, it's Manning. He'll get that to the rookie, Saquon Barkley, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
So after the INT, it's Manning. Wide open receiver, complete. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout.
Zebra. Set. Blue 80. Regular. Kill. Watch
A first down carry for Barkley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
Shotgun now for Manning. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Working from the gun. Manning. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. On the run, it's Fournette. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Buying time to his left. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 14-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. To return it is Corey Grant. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
The full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. On play action, it's Bortles. He finds an opening past the 40. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
Here we go. 372.
Bortles now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Clock running as Bortles hurries to try to get his guys set. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Let's go. Here we go. Hey, 54 Ricky.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. So all right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Manning now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And some space here. Room to run inside the 40. There he goes left side. Touchdown number 1 of the NFL career for young star Saquon Barkley. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Rosas now to kick this one away. Here's Corey Grant now to return. Oh, good move. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a play fake. Bortles. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Let's go.
They fake the handoff. Now Manning. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Receiver.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Gun.
Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you put in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
To throw is Bortles. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Giants will get it now at the 20. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Calais Campbell in there to get him. His second sack now of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Manning to throw on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And Ingram holds it in. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. A handoff to Barkley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Manning to throw on 2nd down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Manning. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. They'll go to Barkley again. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Well, those Giant fans, you know that they love seeing Saquon Barkley wearing their jersey, but it's interesting. He actually grew up a Jets fan. Yeah, I wonder what his dad was thinking. What would Big Al was thinking on draft night? Had to be so happy for his son. But they grew up watching Jets games. Just sit together, watch it. In fact, Dad has a Jets tattoo. Yes. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. The return man is Grant. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play. Bortles now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Bortles. Going deep for Moncrief. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. Bortles now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Bortles now to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. They'll give it to him up the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. Bortles now on 3rd and goal. Being chased out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Olivier Vernon in there to get him for a loss of 9. And that'll lead to 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Lucy. Green 80.
Now Bortles got to have this one. And now here's another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down. Playing
the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. They begin with a run by Barkley. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season. Tackling, because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Regular.
On 2nd down, here's Manning. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Manning. And that is incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception.
And, my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Running left, it's Barkley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.